I'm sitting interviewing Saddam Hussein, and he is sitting there. First of all, you have to shake hands with Saddam Hussein to know what ICE felt like. And I'm not kidding you, it was such languorous contempt that you felt. And we sat down and we were doing an interview, and every time I asked a question, the aides that were lining the room would go like this. And then when he'd start to answer, there would be an exhale. And there must have been 40 of them, and it was a wind tunnel in there. And I thought, hey, I've got the crew. I've got the crew with me. I think I'll get out. I can talk my way out of it, but I've got them in my hands. And I thought, I'm here, I'm plowing ahead. And I still remember, I still remember asking him, aren't you ashamed of all those big photos of you all over Baghdad? Isn't that a little embarrassing? But the most interesting answer to me was, I said to him at one point, I said, why do you put people in jail who criticize you? Why? Why do you put them in jail? And he said, well, look what you do in your country. And I said, if you criticize the president, you get your own talk show. And he went, and he looked around the room. I promise you, he looked around the room, and I realized that part of tyrannical delusion is no one will tell you the truth anymore. And he said, and not to mention that, those Indian reservations where you don't let anybody ever go off the Indian reservation. Oh. And I said, actually, Mr. President, you're wrong on that too. And he looked around and he said, is that true? Am I wrong on that? And I think it may be a slightly different case with Gaddafi, although there is a thread that runs through a lot of strongmen authoritarian dictators, whatever you call them, and it is creating a world in which no one will give them information anymore, and in which their paranoia can live.
But don't you find that stunning in this age where information is at our fingertips, anywhere we are, which leads to...
Yes, but it's a willed lack of information in some ways.
A willed isolation.
A willed isolation.